Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It is here, the all new Nike Alphafly version 3, the male record breaking shoe from Chicago last year. The hype around this shoe is absolutely insane. Sold out in about 60 seconds on all the websites around the world, but we've managed to secure a pair. I haven't run a single step in these yet, as you can see. But obviously by the end of the video, you will know my full thoughts of having done a big marathon session this afternoon and also a speed session. We're doing loads of different paces in this shoe and see if it's going to be the shoe for my next marathon in Seville coming up as well. Like a lot of people, last weekend I got up early to try and secure a pair and managed to do that. It set me back £285, so around about 310 euros in Europe, around about 285 US dollars. Only a slight increase in price here, about £5 over the Alphafly version 2. And we're putting these head to head and talk about all of the differences coming up in this video. So the purpose of a shoe like this, well, this is very much a road racing shoe. The Alphafly typically was a half marathon and marathon sort of shoe. Of course, you could run shorter races in it, but a lot of people are saying so far, this, you can do 5Ks, 10Ks, all the way up the range as well. Because of that decrease in weight, this shoe for me is coming in at 269 grams. Pretty light for a shoe like this. The outgoing model was over 302, so 33 grams lighter. And you can really feel that when you hold those side by side. Just a little bit heavier than the Vaporfly version 3 though, mainly due to the amount of foam in here and also these air pods at the front of the shoe as well. Stack height at the back of the shoe, 40 millimeters, and there's an 8 millimeter drop between the back and the front of the shoe, so 32 mil stack at the front. And this is classed as a neutral shoe. Now, one of the biggest complaints in the outgoing model was the amount of rubbing people used to get on the inside of their arch when there was a lot of sort of stability type control stuff in there, but it just caused so many problems. Nike say they've sorted that out, and I did have some problems in this shoe as well in exactly the same area. Nike say they've sorted that out in this model. Upper of the shoe is Nike's Atom knit, exactly the same as they've had in the outgoing models as well. Midsole, this huge chunk of Nike Zoom X foam here with the 2 AirPods at the front as well. Nike have said these have changed slightly, so they've got a little bit more range of motion as well. So it should be a little bit poppier. We'll see if that's true this afternoon. There is a huge carbon plate in this shoe. You can see it in the cutout here in the back, running the full length of the shoe. There's no different widths available. This shoe just comes in one standard width, although to me, it does feel quite wide. On the bottom of the shoe, there's not that much rubber. You've got these 2 big, quite grippy patches underneath the AirPods there. The grip sort of feels quite good, quite sticky, and then 2 rubbery pads on the back of the shoe here. I think for a heel striker, the transition through this shoe should be a lot better. Nike love to build the hype with these prototype sort of colorways and these prototype little details they have on these shoes. The big official launch will be coming, they say, in around the middle of March. We'll put up the launch color up on the screen now. I really like the look of it, but I really like the look of their prototype colorways they have as well. And was this true to size? Yeah, I have tried it on quickly. It feels exactly the same as my Alphafly. So yeah, this was true to size for me. If it changes during the review, then I'll let you know at the end. Right, I think the only thing left is to go out and get a solid long run done in this today. We're now out in Thamesmead where I'm doing my run today. We've got the shoes on, ready to go. Just walking around, I can just feel the arch on the inside feels completely different. So not getting too worried about all the blister problems and rubbing issues on the inside there. So today's run is basically 5K on, 5K off. So I'm gonna do 5K jog to warm up and then 5K at my goal marathon pace for Seville, which is about 3:42, 3:43 a K, just under 6-minute miling. 5K back here and then back out to Woolwich, then back here again, back out to Woolwich and back out again. So 5K easy, 5K marathon pace, times 3 for 30K. Right, and we're off. And yes, they are super bouncy, very bouncy. Right, let's get this little warm up done. Keep it calm, keep it relaxed, and then we're gonna have some fun in the marathon pace sections. Warm up done, and yeah, these feel very nice. Super excited to roll into this one now. Got 5K, 3:42-ish. Right. First K coming up. Happy with that. Feeling good. Tricky bit. What's the grip like? Whoa, pretty good. Pretty good. End of K3. What are we going to be? 2:37, getting faster. Beautiful training conditions today. A little bit cold, but no complaints. Right guys, just coming to the end of the first 5k. And there we go, 3:38. Put the 5k split up on the screen. Now it's 5k. Recovery, easy. These are so much more comfortable than the Alphafly 2s. That arch problem for me completely gone. Just feels so nice and secure. The lockdown in there, nothing moving around. The arch really quite comfortable. Just so smooth over the ground compared to the clunky and slappy nature of the Alphafly 2s. You can really properly cruise in these now. Anyway, I'm gonna grab a quick swig of juice, then catch up with me at the end of my session. Just finished the session. I put the stats up on the screen. 3 really solid 5k blocks there. This shoe is legit. It's yeah, one of the best shoes I've run in. Was just having to hold back so much. I absolutely love running in this, but it's not all smiles. There are some things that are a little bit annoying about it, but we'll see. This is what it looks like. This is how it's held up. I'll put some better iPhone footage. Just a little bit of wear on the outside, but yeah, not too bad. But 30k done and dusted in the shoe. And just like that, we're back here a few days later. Put lots of mileage in the shoe now, done some speed sessions, done some strides, some steady state running, the marathon session you've seen there. Before we go into my likes and dislikes, and there are a few, I'm just going to go through the changes that have been made with this shoe, and there's 4 to quickly chat about. The first one being the significant weight decrease in this shoe. For me in my UK size 12, 33 grams lighter. That's huge. You're really going to notice that over the course of a marathon, so a big tick there. The second one is this now continuous midsole flowing all the way through the shoe, versus this is the Alphafly version 2, and you just have this big gap in the middle. The result is this shoe is so much smoother covering the ground, and again, you can really notice that. A lot less slappy feeling as you go along. The third change with the shoe is now on the inside. The arch is a lot less pronounced, and yes, you can feel that just walking and running as well. I've had absolutely no irritation in this shoe while running. And in the Alphafly version 2, I did have a little bit. It wasn't as bad as some people, getting bad blisters and all sorts, even by running 5 to 10k in this shoe. With this, completely fine, no issues whatsoever. And then the fourth change is simply a name change. The next percent has gone. Nike are calling this just simply the Nike Alphafly version 3. Let's have a chat about my likes. The first one is the super smooth ride. I've mentioned this a few times during this video. It now rides far more similar to the Vaporfly than it does the outgoing Alphafly version 2. It is now silky smooth over the ground. If you're a bit of a heel striker, midfoot striker, you're going to find this one just covers the ground so much better. It's still quite noisy, we'll come on to that, but far less slappy as you're going along the ground. My second like with this shoe is it is definitely the most comfortable Alphafly I've run in. I have done a few marathons in Alphaflys before. I don't really enjoy it. It's a fast shoe, but it is a bit uncomfortable. It's heavy, just a bit clumpy. This one, all of that for me has gone. It's now super light, super comfortable. Great turn of speed as well with that lightweightness, and with 0 arch issues on the inside as well here. Super comfortable. After my 30k session there, I could have carried on up to a marathon distance absolutely fine. When I was stepping out of an Alphafly version 2, I can't wait to get the thing off. And my third like with this shoe is that it is incredibly fast. Probably the fastest shoe I've ever run in, and definitely the fastest I have literally ever ran in my life. The fastest I've been covering the ground. I'm looking down at my watch and I think I cannot believe the speed I'm going for the amount of effort that I'm having to put in here. During my marathon training session, I was just having to hold myself back. It's like, I should be working harder. Marathon effort should be slower than this, and I'm just going so fast. It's like, this is not making sense. When I was out filming with Sarah on the bike, she kept having to tell me to slow down. She couldn't keep up, even on her e-bike, running along here at about 2:45 a k pace. That's the fastest I've ever ran. Are we gonna see me lacing this shoe up in Seville? Definitely. Is it the best shoe I've run in all time? We'll see. We'll see what happens in Seville. We'll see what this is like over 42k. Is it worth £285? Well, let me know down in the comments. Are you going to be getting a pair? And moving on to that, let's have a chat about the few dislikes. My first dislike with this shoe is it's still an Alphafly. It's still not quite as smooth over the ground as a more traditional shoe. You can feel those AirPods there. You're going so fast you don't really care. But for me, it's not the kind of shoe you want to be using too much. It is very much shoe just for those all-out efforts and put it back in the cupboard. So I'm not going to be doing any more long run sessions in this shoe. It just doesn't have that nice everyday shoe feel. It's an Alphafly. It feels unconventional. That hasn't gone away, but it's far, far better than the outgoing model here. And with that Alphafly-ness, you still get that slappy noise. It's still quite loud. I don't think it's quite as loud as the outgoing 1 and version 2. If you're running in a group around you, people will be looking around. Who's that guy? Oh, he's the Alphafly guy. Yeah, he's the one making all the noise with that slappiness going along. And then my final dislike was just all the kerfuffle, the drama on this launch day. Website's not working. Sports shoes were taking orders and having to refund them because they didn't have the stock. Nike's website, people were trying to change addresses. It wouldn't let them and going out of stock. It was just a bit of a nightmare on that day. And a lot of these shoes, as always, just ended up on eBay. I heard some really good stories from people in Australia, some local running shops, making sure these shoes got in the right hands of the people that want them. No doubt there'll be all this drama again when this shoe launches, but there should be far, far more supply when that launch goes live. And will I be trying to get another pair? I probably will, to be honest. I'm not sure how long this shoe is really going to last. I have got a little bit of wear starting to happen after only about 50k so far. Do I recommend this shoe? Definitely, absolutely definitely. As I say, the Vaporfly 3 is out for my next marathon, and the Vaporfly Is that Alpha? Yes, the Vaporfly 3 is out. The Alphafly is coming in for Seville. We'll see what it can do. It just feels so fast. As I say, there's that lower perceived effort for the pace I'm going is just incredible. So we'll see. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, guys. This has been a completely impartial review. As I say, bought the shoe 100% with my money to give you my completely unbiased thoughts. That's it, guys. We'll see you very soon. Keep on working hard and keep on getting it done. We'll see you in the next one.